Alright, what's going on YouTube? There's some big concern with the 6.0 artifact sets releasing. I'll go through that right now. So let's start right away with that. So the new artifact sets that are coming out in 6.0, we got some information on those yesterday, and I also made two videos on Lauma and Flins. You can go check those out if you want in their kits. So right now we'll talk about the new artifact sets which raising huge concerns and stuff. So let's get right on into it. I wrote both of them down so we don't have to look anywhere. So to explain this, it's you have to understand one is on field set, another one is off field set, just like we had in Natlan. For example, this one Obsidian Codex was the DPS set and Scroll of Cinder City is the support set. That's how pretty much it is, and yeah, that's exactly how it is actually. One is on field DPS, one is off field support kind of thing. So yeah, that's it. The on-field one, the two piece would be 80 EM. So a lot of lunar reaction will come. So a lot of characters will benefit from EM basically. So 80 EM is good for them. But the problem comes in both of their second passives, which is the 4 piece, and it's actually very big problem, more like bigger than you realize it. It's actually really bad for the game as well as for the players. Will really feel the impact of this piece in the start of the game if it releases in this state. Hopefully they changed it, but the criteria to get these buffs are you get 15% crit rate or 45% crit rate and 10% lunar damage reaction bonus, and you get extra 10% if you have the other set on the team on a different character. So that's inherently not a problem. You can just use both of the sets into characters, right? So the second part is not the problem. The problem is this first part for this 45% and 15%, and this for the second set it provides 20 ER, our second ever ER set on the 2 piece, and 60 or 120 EM. And of course the second passive is same as the first one. If you have the other set and vice versa, you get the 10% extra lunar damage bonus, lunar reaction damage bonus on all of the reactions, and so total 20% both of them if you have both of them in the team. Pretty good, nice. So here if you see, it's what's the criteria to get this 15/45 or 60/120 EM. So pretty much how it will work is if you have not one or two, if you have 2 or 3 Nord Cry characters, you will feel these requirements. So something to keep in mind there, it's not one Nord Cry character and 15% crit rate, or and 2 Nord Cry characters means 45. That would be more reasonable, and that's what makes sense for the game, especially when they're releasing a new region, and this kind of sets will only work on the new characters, and they're restricting it to only the one region characters, so Nord Cry characters. They're locking it behind not one or two, but 2 or 3 characters. That is outright insane. You can imagine, let's talk about Flins for example. You need Flins with Ineffa and Aino at the launch to even get the full effect of this character, of this artifact set. Otherwise you are losing 30% crit rate, which is not negotiable. 30% crit rate is so much, it's crazy. It's a 60 crit value. You can't just lose 30 CV for not having a character with like that. That makes this set completely useless in some kind of way and stuff. So yeah, and we are not even talking about the big artifact power creep that we are seeing here, because the last 2 sets that gave us crit rate are the Myris Hunter, which was 36% crit rate, and the Obsidian Codex, which are 40% crit rate. But this one is actually even worse, because this one is giving you 45% crit rate. On top of that, it also providing you 10% here and extra 10% if you have the other set, as well as 80 EM on the 2 piece. So it's all kinds of bad. And if we ignore the that power crit part, right, that it's way too much better, providing so many stats, 45% crit rate with additional stats, let's ignore that part. Even without that, the fact that it's locked behind having 3 Nord Cry characters, it's outright horrendous, and it's not good for the game at all, even for the players. You can think it locking it behind 3 Nord Cry characters is a lot of characters if you think about it. For every single team, it will completely break the team building faction of the game. You will not be able to build teams by your choice. You have to always think about which not Krai character I put first, then I can probably use one of my previous roster characters. So like goodbye to your previous characters, I guess, and just play the new ones. Like, what is this? As well as it's like you are losing around okay, I believe I have miswritten it here. I think it's not 120, I think it's 180. Let me just rewrite that. Yeah, it's 180, and that's pretty bad, man. So like just imagine losing 120 em or 30% crit rate. That's not good. And locking it behind 3 not guy characters is like impossible to reach for some people. Let's say some people want to get Flins, and there's no way they could get Ineffa and both Flins because they don't have enough pulls, right? So at that point they just should skip both the characters, because I'll talk about Ineffa in a different video, but Ineffa is not like top tier in any other teams other than Ineffa. Sorry, Flins, because every other team has other options. So no other team will like it like wants or needs Ineffa. Ineffa is good in what she does, but it's not a must-have. But for Flins, if you want to play the Flins character, you must have Ineffa, not only because Ineffa is good with Flins, but also because you need 3 Nordkai characters. Who else are you gonna use on that team? You need Ineffa. So yeah, it's pretty bad. I thought I would talk about it. So yeah, let me know what you think about this thing. It's like, I think it's really bad. I do think they will change it, but I hope at least they do. But yeah, it looks kind of insane, to be honest. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and yeah, I'll definitely make a Ineffa video as well on should you get her or not for Flins. For now, looking like without Ineffa, his overall team DPS is not looking very good. It's like kind of bad. So it's just like Skirk and Scofier situation. I don't think that will be changing. So if you want Flins and you don't want Ineffa, it's like kind of cooked. I'd say it's like kind of like Scofier situation. You should go for Ineffa if you want the character like Flins. So yeah, on that part they're kind of tired there. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I mean, what is there to enjoy? This is like literally ruining the fun. Oh yeah, but anyways, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll make sure to read them. If one, what are your thoughts? And make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.